moving forward, Terrence Crawford, when he was asked who he would want to fight, he has repeatedly mentioned you first, and he's obviously some free agent or whatever he is. What do you think about the possibility of making that fight as your next fight, and what do you think of the fight in general?
Well, you know, the fact that he's a free agent should make things a little bit better. Working with Bob is not fun for a lot of fighters. At the end of the day, you know, you see what I'm wearing right now. You see what I'm representing. They've been asking me for a long time, where are you ranked, Keith Thurman? And I say, I don't know. One of the best fighters in the world. Who cares what rank they give me, what number they give me, what position they give me? You know, I do want to fight champions. I'm going to be looking forward to getting in the ring with a champion. I want an opportunity to get a world title again. So if that's the best opportunity, I'll take it. You know, I always love great fights. I love making exciting fights in the welterweight division. But like I said, you see what I'm representing right now. So this might be the ladder that I'm climbing.
Climb away, Keith. This is the fight that Al Heyman and the PBC wanted. This is the fight Keith Thurman wanted. You see what happened when they asked him about fighting Bud Crawford. And this is when Bud Crawford left Top Rank in November after the Porter fight. And Keith Thurman said, if this is the best opportunity for me, if this is the only opportunity for me to get another title, I will take the fight. Which means Bud Crawford was the last resort. In my opinion, this Keith Thurman, Errol Spence fight was planned all along by the PBC. Errol Spence may have not wanted it. He wanted Bud Crawford, but they wanted Keith Thurman against Errol Spence. Unless Errol Spence vacates, this is the fight that Errol Spence will have next. Now, you already see these channels building up Keith Thurman once again after they build them down. Now, all of a sudden, Keith Thurman's an elite fighter. It's a great fight, a big test. That's what they're saying now. And that's because it's Errol Spence's next opponent. They thought Danny Garcia was great. Ugas was great. Sean Porter was great. But when Terrence Crawford fought Sean Porter and he wanted to fight with Keith Thurman, they said, oh, of course he wants Keith Thurman because Keith Thurman is done. Now Keith Thurman has resurrected. I'll be pulling for Keith Thurman, but I think Spence stops him within 6 rounds when this fight happens. From the injuries and inactivity, I think that robbed Keith Thurman of some of his prime years. I don't see Keith Thurman being one time anymore.
The conversation now arises about Bivol going down to 168 to fight Canelo Alvarez for the undisputed super middleweight championship of the world. Vadim, his manager's been telling me for many years that he can make 168. You know, he was eating big dinner on Thursday night. He had breakfast on Friday before the weigh-in. So, like, it's still going to be, you know, a challenge. But, and then you've got Canelo Alvarez that might turn around and go, no. I want the same terms. I don't want to make it look like I'm changing the landscape of the fight to win.
Matchroom King Eddie Hearn said he will be discussing the fight with Eddie Reynoso and Canelo this week. According to Eddie Hearn, regardless what people think, you know, a lot of people doubt Canelo can ever beat this guy. Rather, it's 175 or 168. Canelo wants the rematch. Bivol has made it clear he can make 168, but he also made it clear that he wants legacy over money. But the problem with that is, Better BF may not be available to the end of summer. But then again, a lot of boxing fans don't expect Canelo back until September. Eddie Hearn is being optimistic that Canelo will come back in May. And that will be a perfect time for Bivol to squeeze that Canelo fight in. Bivol says he can make 168, but how he was talking, he preferred the fight to be at 175. And for the time being, so does Canelo. But if the fight happens at 168, would you give Canelo full credit of beating Bivol? Or would you say Bivol is dead at the weight, even though Bivol said he has no problems making 168? That is just a hypothetical question. Personally, I don't think Canelo would take the fight at 168. I think he wants to beat Bivol at his own weight, fair and square, and take Bivol's belt. But Eddie Hearn is throwing 168 out there, and I want your opinion. Leave your thoughts and comments below. JBZ, I'm gone.